How you all doing? I'll just set myself up. Sometimes I forget that I'm not quite set up before I go live. Yeah, I never actually get myself set up, and I always press live for some weird reason. But it's Sunday morning. Thought I'd do a live real quick. So today we are gonna try and do a little bit of mediumship. See who's about. Have a chat about life. Yeah. So yesterday I went out for the day, done some filming, and I brought to myself a few lovely little bits and pieces, and showed my partner these two just here. If I remember right, they're aqua aura. I think these two blue ones here are aqua aura. I think they have they look blue as they are. As you pick them up, they have that rainbow. You know, if a car leaks oil and then it comes in contact with water, it has that rainbow effect. This one has that rainbow, kind of oily rainbow kind of effect if you pick up and move it around. But if you leave it as it is and don't touch it, even as you can tell, this bit here. But if you leave them alone, don't touch them. They have that just normal blue, aquatic, sea life blue. What else did I buy yesterday? I bought most of them, apart from the blue tiger's eye. The rest of them I bought yesterday. I got a massive, great big chunk of amethyst. Really big, quite heavy, really big, heavy chunk of amethyst. I got 2 pieces of angelite. Because the sun is shining, you can't really see him very well. That's the other piece. And I've got next to that, which is these ones here, 2 lovely pieces of angel aura. I wonder if I actually zoom in instead of actually. I can. Good. I can zoom in. So they are the angel aura. Got polished blue tiger's eye. I also got Super 7, which are these ones just here. So I got 5 pieces altogether. But yeah, I've got 4 there, I've got 2 hidden away, and you get a lovely, gorgeous piece of like a bluish string with it. So I've got 4 pieces of Super 7 and 2 pieces of selenite. That is them 2 there. So yeah, I got them. And next to that, I can't pronounce. Is it citrine? I think it's called. I think it's called Yeah. Without looking, I think it's called citrine. Citrine, yeah. Um, Again, without looking, yeah, I think they're called citrine. Very nice, as you can tell on camera. I'm not going to move them. As you can tell on camera, they have that uh, white, white with a little bit of hint of yellow to them. You probably see them better on camera than you do if I pick them up. And like I just showed you all guys, that 2 pieces of aqua aura, I think it's called. Back down to the angelite. So like I said, I went out yesterday, done some filming. I'm in the process of sorting out my video that I made yesterday, and I thought, wow, while I'm here, why not make a video? Why not do a live? Yeah, so I thought, why not do a live while I'm here? Yeah, see who's about. Got my pack of tarot cards with my favourite tarot cards. So yeah, nothing really else has changed since my last live, since my last video. Yeah, apart from getting sunburnt, yeah, nothing really has happened. I got a little bit sunburnt yesterday. Not a lot, but a little bit. So as you can tell, I'm starting to make... I've finished wrapping them all in wire. And now I'm starting to add the string to it, or the cord, or whatever you want to call it. And they've been quite nice little necklaces to have. Those blue ones I'm going to leave as they are, and the blue tiger's eye, I'm going to leave those as they are. But yeah, apart from that, they're all pretty much good to go. What I'm going to do, guys, just for a few minutes, if I can get my tablet going, is I'm going to get my spirit box going. Not my SP7, but my other app on my tablet. I'll get that on the go. Just to see what... Again, I don't trust apps on phones. But again, this is just entertainment purposes only. I think it's that one. This is just for entertaining purposes only. So let's get that up and going. Thanks. Right, I'll be back, guys. I just need to do one more job, and I'll be back.
1910s.
1910s. What does 1910s mean? For me personally, 1910s. I did go to a cemetery yesterday with a few people that were born in that time, in 1910, 1912, around about that time. So that kind of makes sense. Is if some of that energy followed me home.
Cordoba. Village.
Cordoba. I'm not sure what Cordoba means, but village. Some people would say where I live is a village. Some people would call it a town. Let's move that off. Yeah, some people would call it a town, some people would call it a village. Yeah. I forget that when the sun comes out, the windows expand and they creak and moan. End. Okay, end. Not sure what end means. Yeah, so my windows, I've got double glazing windows and they creak when the sun comes out. And then when it cools down, the windows creak. Quite surprising that I haven't popped out the frame yet, but hey ho. I'm waiting for that day when I wake up in the morning and I have no windows. So yeah, end. I'm not sure what end means. So I do have a question for the spirit world. As always, as you see on so many channels that do this, is there any spirits out there? Of course, there is a couple of spirits communicating. If you believe that these apps work, they seem to be communicating, which is good. But if there's anyone that, in particular, that wants to talk, now's your chance. While I'm here waiting for a reply from the spirit world, like with names or whatever, I want to go pick my... At the stroke of two. Ooh. So what's happening at the stroke of two? Would it be the end of the village? So I just had to put a piece of Shanghai on because yesterday I went out, obviously to do a film and to get these crystals, or some of these crystals, and came across some really negative energy. When I say negative energy, I'm not talking about energy that's passed on and lingering. I'm talking about living bad energy. What I mean by that, people that are alive and they're just riddled with negativity, to a point where I could start to feel it in my chest. That's how negative they were. So I had to, I got traffic. Yeah, I don't know, I come indoors. Anyway, so I had to put a bit of Shanghai on last night, and I had to put it back on this morning. Because these people I didn't know them, but they were within my area, within my vicinity. and I just picked up on their nasty energy, and it just kind of drained me a little bit. Um, just doing these crystals this morning and doing this live, I'm struggling. If you're sensitive to energy, you know that you'll pick up on all types of energy, good and bad. So yeah, I'm feeling it today, to be honest. After this live, I'm just gonna chill out and relax, and just cover myself in crystals. And that's one of the reasons why I did these crystals down here. And that's why I'm wearing a piece of Shangtai, just to get rid of that horrible energy. So yeah. But I see that someone's watching, and I see that I have a like. Thank you very much to that person. But I've decided to do a little bit of, well, kind of a spirit box. It's more of a spirit app than a box. These can be accurate, but sometimes they just put out random words. Basically, these apps are just a word bank, and apparently Spirit is supposed to put out words from the word bank. Yeah, when it comes out on the screen. They're fun, but they're not really reliable. It's just a little bit of entertainment. So yeah, I'd rather use a real spirit box, which I do have. I've got the SP7. But then with the SP7, you've got the static, and it can get rather annoying. So that's why I'm using this app today, just for a little bit of fun, a little bit of entertainment. See who comes through. Apparently something's supposed to happen at a strike of 2, apparently. Something's supposed to happen. So we'll look out for that. We've got a couple of hours yet before that happens. I don't...
Gaps in time.
Again, I don't know what gaps in time means, but... like I said, it just pulls out random words. Sometimes it does actually say names, which I cannot connect those names, if that makes sense. But the thing is, it will not allow me to go back, which is annoying. So yeah, like I said, before I chill out for the day and not do anything, I thought I'd just do a little bit of a live, see who's about, see who's available, see who wants to chat, and see who comes through on the spirit box. I've done all my crystals for today. Just got to finish them off, which I'll do next week. But yeah. As you guys know, if you're a regular to my channel, you do know that I've got haunted clowns. Well, alleged. I don't think they're haunted. I don't think they're haunted.
The time of her death.
Okay. Time of her death, and who is she? That's a question. Who is she, or her, I should say? I mean, give me a name, then I can research it. I can research a person's name, if you give me a name. Like I said, guys, it just pulls out random stuff. I'm just trying to think, is there anyone that I know, especially a woman, that has passed recent? Moan. Okay. Unfortunately, I'm not going to main because it's not that kind of video. So I'm not going to main. So again, I don't know whether these people are regular people that are watching. I don't know whether they are regular people that are watching or whether they just clicked on for a little bit of fun, a little bit of a laugh, you know. But I do have haunted clowns.
Silence to the night.
Yeah, I can't quite get my clowns silent in the night. I did have a good night's sleep last night, I must admit, because it was quiet where I live, for a change. So I can take that. I don't think I woke up once last night. Anyway. Let's see if I can grab Anthony, because he's probably really easy one to get out of all of them. So this is just one of my haunted clowns that I've got. Like I said, apparently he's supposed to be haunted by a person called Anthony. I've got Conrad and Jason. The other one, I don't know their name or his name. Not even there. Not even there. Again, I don't know his name. All three of them are supposed to be haunted. These clowns, and nothing's happened. I have done some work with them. I have done a spirit box session with them. The amount of times I've had this app on, the amount of times I've had my spirit box on my SP7. None of them has came through. I've got cat balls. They haven't gone off. What I would call typical haunting. None of that's happened. Nothing's been moved. Nothing got broken on its own. If that makes sense. Yeah, all the stuff that you would class as haunted, paranormal, poltergeist kind of like stuff, none of that's happened. So, yeah, I don't think they're haunted, to be honest. When I do my mediumship work, I don't pick up on any of these energies from any of these clowns. So yeah, I don't think they're haunted. I think the person that was selling them classed them as haunted, because I know there was back a few years ago, there was quite a big market for haunted items.
Talking in the dark.
I know back a few years ago, there's a big thing of Dybbuk boxes and haunted boxes. And that was around about the time when these haunted clowns, or dolls I should say, started to become a thing as well. So I think people have cottoned on to that. They wanted to get rid of their doll collection for whatever reason, and just put haunted in the title to get rid of their collection of dolls. And I think that's what kind of happened with these dolls. They just made up a story, put it on the eBay, and just sold them as haunted. Talking in the dark. Yeah, my neighbours do have a habit of being quiet during the day, and as soon as the sun goes down, um, they got a habit of turning the music up loud and just party throughout the night. My neighbour upstairs, again, quiet during the day. As soon as the sun goes down, he's loud, bangs around. Yeah. Um, so yeah, that kind of makes sense. But it's not talking; it's more of noise in the dark. Um, so yeah. Um, what else? What else is happening? And again, guys, when I make videos at home, that's why I'm there at home, you'll probably see quite a lot of orbs on the screen. They're not spirit orbs, they're dust orbs. The flat that I live in gets really dusty really quick, no matter how much I clean. It gets dusty really quick. So you'll see quite a lot of orbs, but they're dust. It's just dust. It's not spirit orbs. So yeah. So I'll probably stay on for a bit longer.
I don't understand.
What don't you understand? That is the question. So yeah, I'll stay on for a few more minutes and then I'll disappear. So yeah. Because I really need a coffee. So yeah. But yeah, apart from my last live, apart from that nothing really. Sorry, got hiccups. Nothing really exciting's happened. So yeah. So I thought I'd just come on, have a bit of a chat, see if anyone wants to come and join me for a chat. But yeah, search. Saying that, yesterday I was thinking about researching something, but I can't remember what it was I was supposed to have researched. What was it? Research. Yeah, it doesn't matter. If I can't remember it doesn't matter. But yesterday, like I said, I went out, done some filming. And I was supposed to have thought to myself, when I get home, I'll research. But I can't remember what it was I was supposed to have looked up. But it can't be that important, otherwise I would have remembered. Oh yeah, I know what it was. Try harder. Yeah, I remember what it is now. Like I said yesterday, I done a video filming in a cemetery, and there's quite a lot of history in this cemetery. but I never actually done the history side of the cemetery, because I came across, when I was filming there, I came across a mayor, and I think I'm saying this right, a mayor S, like the mayor of like the town, and his wife, and they died in, if I remember right, they died in 1899, which, yeah, they died in 1889. And I thought to myself, I need to research not only them, but research like the actual cemetery, because I've heard quite a lot of stories about the cemetery, why they got two churches and stuff like that. And again, this is just information that I've been told. I have no proof behind it, so to speak. But the house that I grew up in, when they were being built, I think this was just after the Second World War,
Infamous.
or during the Second World War. They hired the people that the company, so to speak, hired homeless men to build these houses. And what these homeless men used to do is, obviously during the day they would build the houses that surround the cemetery, and then during the night they would sleep in the cemetery, and then the next day they used to go back to work. That's one of the stories I heard. The other story is that they got two churches. On the outside they look just like churches, but one of the churches is all boarded up. All the windows are all boarded up, so you can't see inside. And one of them, the one that's boarded up, is a what they used to call back in the day a pump house. The cemetery, so the whole town and the cemetery is literally just above sea level. It's not sea level, it's just above sea level by a couple of feet above sea level. So when they dug down, again, it's just a story I heard, when they dug down to obviously to make the grave to put the person in, the grave used to fill up with water when the sun goes down. When they dug down to obviously dig the grave in and all that, the grave used to fill up with water. So they put pipe work in, like drainage pipe work in, to pump out all the water. So when they dug down, the grave wouldn't fill up so much with water. Again, that's the other story I heard, but I think in my next video I'll do that. I'll do more of the history, and if I can, try and save the information and share it with you all. Again, the paranormal side, when I do explore videos, I don't heavily do paranormal investigations. You got to remember that they are spirit or ghosts, whatever you want to call them, and they're no different than me and you. So if they want to be known, they will tell you that they want to be known. The spirit world, or the ghosts, spirits, whatever you want to call them, they're not part of a circus. They're not gonna quite entertain us. They're not part of, like I said, a circus, or Hollywood don't own spirits and ghosts. So they have the free will to do whatever they want. So if they're quiet here in life, they're going to be quiet in death. If they're loud and boisterous in life, they're going to be loud and boisterous in spirit. So, yeah, that's kind of how it works. If they want to be known, they'll tell you that they want to be known. So, yeah. So,
Countdowns.
countdowns. So guys, I'm gonna go. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you enjoy next week, whatever next week brings you. I hope that you enjoy. And I will see you all either in the next video or the next live. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again very soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again soon.